Hi everyone, I'm just doing a video Substack today because in place of my Sunday one tomorrow, because I'm in London. I'm currently in the Embankment Gardens and just taking a little breather. It's a really nice day, but I'm sitting in the shade. But the reason that I'm in London is because the film that I helped develop, which was Children of the Cult, which some of you will be aware of, which my friend Maroesja directed, is up for a Bafta. And Maroesja she's from Amsterdam and she's in London. Sorry, you probably can't see me because I've got my sunglasses on. She's in London today and tomorrow. The award ceremony is tomorrow. And I'm just seeing her today. I'm not going to the award ceremony because it costs something like £600 per ticket. And obviously the production company are all going, so the people who are behind the production, so Maroesja, who's director, and then Victoria, who was the researcher, and the production company are all going. It's super exciting, can't quite believe it. Just briefly, for those of you who aren't familiar with the film, it kind of evolved out of my friendship with Maroesja. Maroesja made a film many years ago, 20 years ago, about her experience of growing up in the religious cult spiritual movement that my dad was involved with, the Bhagwan Rajneesh. And so she became a follower of Bhagwan when she was 6 years old. So she didn't have that much choice in the matter, but her mum was a follower. And she lived in various communes around the world, in Oregon and in the Amsterdam commune. And she made a film about her experience about 20 years ago. She wanted to make it about other kids who had grown up in the community, but no one would speak to her at that point. So she turned the camera on herself. And I saw the film. I didn't know her. I saw the film during the pandemic, just before my book came out, because those of you who have read my book, Sins of My Father, it's about my dad, but it's also about his time in that same cult, and my experience sort of visiting him for my summer holidays in various communes and in Italy. And anyway, I watched her film in the pandemic and I loved it, and it just really spoke to me. So I got in touch with her, and then we started a friendship during the pandemic just on Zoom. And then it's coincided with these testimonies that came out in Facebook pages by other women and a few men who were our age, who had grown up in the communes, and they were basically writing their stories of abuse and neglect. And there was just so many of them. It started with one or two, and then just very quickly evolved into 40, 45 more. And me and Maroesja were just whoa, crazy. And then we started to develop the idea for a film, a sort of follow-on from the film that she did 20 years ago, but also an answer to Wild Wild Country, which some of you may have seen on Netflix, which is about the religious cult, but it didn't mention the effect it had on the families. So all of those people like us who had been so profoundly affected by it, with our parents becoming sannyasins, were really struck that it didn't mention the effects on the family. So Maroesja and I developed this film. It took us about a year or 2 years of sort of trying to get a production company. We got a production company called Raw, who took it out, and they couldn't find a streamer for it because Netflix wouldn't take it, because it was too similar to Wild Wild Country. Well, not too similar, but you know what I mean. It was they said that they'd done it already, even though they hadn't done it already, evidently. Then we lost Raw, and then this friend of mine, Victoria, had read my book, and she was like, I'd really like to meet Maroesja. And so I introduced them. And then she introduced Maroesja to a new production company called David Modal Productions. And he took it on, and they got a commission from ITV, and the film was made. It was just amazing. I mean, it all happened so quickly. And I kind of stepped back from it all, and Maroesja, she just made the most amazing film. It's on ITV, you can see it on Catch Up. It's called Children of the Cult, and it's up for a Bafta, and that's why I'm in London. So I will obviously let you know how that goes tomorrow.